Morning and welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Alex Napolis here with you as we get ready to kick off the 6A semifinals girl basketball. It's the Lone Peak Knights getting ready to take on the Davis Starts. It's the Davis Starts in their white, and it is the Lone Peak Knights in the black as we get ready for tip-off here in the 6A semifinals. Sit back, relax, and enjoy some basketball here as Davis plays it out wide to the wing. It's Peary. Goes underneath. A three. No good as it hits the rim, bounces out. Rebound brought in by Pope. Pope will play it out to Woolston. Here come the Knights as Woolston crosses the timeline. Plays it to Harness. Nordstrom, a three. Woolston hits the rim, and good save there by the Knights as it eventually does go out of bounds. A turnover here for Lone Peak, and the ball is going back the other way for the Davis Starts. Davis 17-6 overall in the season, 7-3 in region play. They're the number 6 in the RPI here in the semifinals. As Davis with possession, Peary will play it across, and the ball put up. No good. Etsuati again puts it up and in, and the first points of the night. And they go to the Davis Starts. 2-0 here, Davis lead. A three. No good. That was Holdcraft on the three-point attempt. Ball coming back the other way with Peary. Now plays it to Simmons. Back to Peary. Near the top of the key. Ball comes out to Willard. Willard plays it back. Now Willard. Here's Peary. In the corner for three. Plummer gets it to go. 3-point shot from the Davis Starts. It's 5-0. 6:21 left to go here in the first. Ball put up. No good, but the whistle and a foul. As Tatiana Harness here will head to the line for the Lone Peak Knights. Chance to get the first two of the morning for Lone Peak.
Number 10, Tatiana Harness.
The junior at the line for the Knights. Ball's up. Free throw is no good. And this one remains 5-0 for Davis. For the Lone Peak Knights, 18-7 overall, 8-2 in Region 3 play. They finish at the top of their region and come into this one as the number 7 in the RPI as Tatiana Harness hits the second free throw. Makes it 5-1 with 6:14 left to go here in the first. Ball across to Plummer. Now Etsuati. Dumps it off to Plummer. Kicks it out. Now here's Willard. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Ball coming back the other way with the Lone Peak Knights as Harness plays it to Nordstrom. Nordstrom drives to the lane. Ball put up and can't get it to drop. Rebound brought in by Simmons. And now Simmons will cross the timeline for the Davis Starts. Still 5-1. 5:36 left to go. A deep three is no good from Etsuati. Now the Lone Peak Knights here in possession. Drive by Pope. Kicks it out. A three, no good. As Woolston there with a three-point attempt. Tussle up for the ball on the court. And a jump ball called. Ball here will remain with the Lone Peak Knights as they look to cut into this Davis lead. Substitution for both sides. As the Lone Peak Knights here will inbound off the baseline. Woolston to play it in underneath. Ball put up. Nordstrom gets it to go. Zuri Nordstrom gets 2 on the board for the Lone Peak Knights. 5-3 stolen by Lone Peak. Ball underneath. Woolston tries to put it up, but the whistle and a foul called. As Mary Nichols called for the foul.
Foul on number 10, Aubrey Simons, her first personal.
Correction, it'll be Aubrey Simons who gets called for the foul.
Kennedy Woolston shoots 2 shots.
Kennedy Woolston at the line for the Knights. Chance here to tie things up. First free throw's up. First free throw is no good. 5:08 left to go in the first. Substitution for Davis. Second free throw's up. Second free throw is good. And it's down to a 1-point game. 5-4, 5:05 left to go. Davis leads it to Woolston with the steal. Lone Peak back with possession. Woolston. Cross-court pass to Nordstrom. A deep three from Zuri Nordstrom, and it's good. Zuri Nordstrom adds 3 for Lone Peak. It's 7-5 as the Knights take their first lead of the morning. Etuati on the other end for the Davis Darts. Ball played across to Plummer. Now underneath to Nichols. Ball played to Peary. Peary back underneath to Nichols in the paint. Ball put up, gets it to go, and the foul. Mary Nichols puts it up. Uses her physicality to get to the basket. Ball put up and in. And an and one opportunity here for the Davis Darts to try to take back the lead. The senior forward here at the line for Davis. Ball put up, gets it to go. 8-7, 4:24 left to go in the first. Davis back into the lead. What a pass there from Woolston underneath, put up by Warner. And Warner quickly giving the lead back to Lone Peak. 9-8. Ball on the other end. Ball put up. The whistle and a foul as Willard there took it to the basket. Now Willard will have a chance at the line for the Davis Darts. Off the free throw, second team foul for the Lone Peak Knights.
At the line for 2 shots, number 4, Kate Willard.
The sophomore for Davis. Free throws up, free throw is good. All tied up at 9 apiece. Willard gets her first points of the night.
For Davis, number 23, Amy Richards.
Second free throw from Willard coming up. Ball put up and in. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line, and Davis back into the lead with 4:05 left to go. Quickly down on the other end is the Lone Peak Knights. Here's Harness in possession. Gets it to Warner. A ball put up by Pope, no good. And tapped out by the Lone Peak Knights. It's a turnover here as Lone Peak with the empty possession. Ball's going back to the Davis Darts. It's the number 6 in the RPI who leads it. 10-9, opportunity here to extend their lead as Etuati crosses the timeline. Ball lost, Harness wins it back for Lone Peak. Lobbed to Warner. Now Woolston. Woolston drives, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebound brought in by Etuati. Quickly going down the other way for the Davis Darts. It's Etuati who lobs it underneath to Tarbet. Ball put up, no good, but the whistle and a foul as Lone Peak called for their third team foul. Zuri Nordstrom called for the foul, and a chance here for Tarbet at the line. Free throw is up. Free throw is no good. Hits the back iron, bounces out. Substitution for the Knights as well. Second free throw is up. It's good. And it's 11-9. Davis lead by 2. 3:23 left to go here in the first. Pope gets it to Warner. Warner to Woolston. Woolston drives. Lobs it back out to Pope. Pope puts it up and gets it to go. 3-point shot there by Pope. Lone Peak back into the lead by 1. Nichols for Davis gets it to Willard, who puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Rebound brought in by the Lone Peak Knights, and now quickly going down the other way is Lone Peak. Here's Harness. Now Warner. Nordstrom to Woolston on the wing. Step back. A three from Warner. It's good. Charlie Warner, the freshman, with a deep three-point shot for the Lone Peak Knights. A timeout taken, 15-11 as Lone Peak leads it with 2:36 left to go. We'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. Want to welcome you back into the Huntsman Center. It's 6A semifinal basketball between the Davis Darts and the Lone Peak Knights. Quickly stolen away by Lone Peak. Now ball underneath, ball put up, and the whistle and a foul called. Tatiana Harness taking it to the rim. And we'll have free throws for the Knights. Aubrey Simons calling for her second foul of the night.
13 foul, shooting, number 10, Tatiana Harness.
Harness here at the line, the junior. Ball put up, it's good. And the Lone Peak Knights extend their lead 16-11.
Also back in, number 1,
Etsuwati back in for the Davis Darts. Harness, second free throw coming up. Puts it up and in. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. It's 17-11. Lone Peak, the number 7, leading it. Here's Willard on the other end for the Davis Darts, looking to cut into this Lone Peak lead. Nichols kicks it out. Ball put up, and it's no good. That was Richards on the attempt. Quickly going down the other way is Lone Peak. Ball underneath. Warner puts it up and in. 19-11 with 2:02 left to go in the first. Charlie Warner getting it to go. Ball put up by Etsuwati, and that one's good. Tamaya Etsuwati. 19-13. Lone Peak leads it. Big bucket for the Davis Darts as they try to cut into this Lone Peak lead. Warner on the other end. Gets it to Woolston. Woolston on the wing. Nordstrom, three. It's good. That's another three-point shot by Zuri Nordstrom. 8 points here in the first quarter for the sophomore. 22-13, 116. Nichols underneath. Ball stolen away. And quickly won back by Nichols, but the whistle and jump ball called. Davis here will hold on to the ball as Nichols and Warner tangled up for the ball underneath the basket. And now Davis to inbound on the baseline. Emmy Richards will play it in. Ball underneath. Etsuwati puts it up and gets it to drop. Nicely done there by Etsuwati. 22-15. Lone Peak leads it. Ball underneath. Warner is able to come up with possession. Kicks it out. Harness with three. Gets it to go. 25-15, a 10-point lead for Lone Peak as time winding down here in the first quarter. 48 seconds left. Ball goes out to Haberston. Excuse me, that's Richards. Now Nichols. Nichols puts it up, can't get it to drop. As Zuri Nordstrom called for a foul. Her second and 14th foul for the for Lone Peak here in this first quarter. Nichols at the line with free throws. The senior. Ball put up, it's in. Woolston checking back in for the Knights. And a second free throw coming up here for Nichols. Ball put up, and it's no good. Nordstrom with the rebound. Gets it to Woolston. Lone Peak here crosses the timeline. It's now Harness. "17 seconds left. Lone Peak here trying to set up with 12 on the shot clock. It's Pope. Harness. Harness drives spins, ball put up, no good. Rebound brought in by Davis with one, lobs it, and no good, and that'll do it here for the end of the first quarter. Lone Peak leads it 25-16, the number 7 over the number 6 as we head to the second quarter. Don't go anywhere, second quarter action here on the Rewind Sports Network when we return.
We remind you that today's game is not about winning at all costs, disrespecting other or criticizing the athletes, coaches, and officials. It's about learning and growing, developing character, and competing with class. So please keep it positive.
Oh, my card's right here.
Bad behavior.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Second quarter possession to Lone Peak.
I want to welcome you back into the Huntsman Center. Second quarter action underway here between the Lone Peak Knights and the Davis Starts. This game brought to you by Tap Bank, home of the Tap Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5 annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Ball put up as Tatiana Harness is able to get the bucket, 27-16. Lone Peak extending their lead. Etsuati, cross-court pass there from Peary. Now Willard drives, ball put up, gets it to go. Willard, 4 points here in this semifinal, and Suri Nordstrom with a deep three. 30-18, Lone Peak again extending that lead. 6:55 left to go here in the second. It's Richards. Now Willard, ball put up, no good, but the whistle and a foul called.
Correction, the foul is on Lone Peak, number 10.
Tatiana Harness called for the foul.
First team foul of the quarter.
And Willard at the free throw line, can't get the first one to go. Ball put up, no good on the second attempt. 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. And now ball coming the other way. Woolston underneath. Woolston almost lost the handle, is able to get it to Nordstrom, who puts it up and in. Suri Nordstrom with 13. Here in this semifinal matchup, 32-18, Lone Peak extending that lead. Suri Nordstrom on fire here for Lone Peak in the early goings of this one. Richards dumps it off underneath. Ball brought in by Davis. Now here's Peary. Willard gets it to Zoenser. Now Peary, or excuse me, that's Etsuati for three. 32-21. Lone Peak here in possession with Woolston. Woolston gets it to Nordstrom. Nordstrom back to Woolston. Woolston for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound brought in by Richards. And Nordstrom gets in there, pokes that one away. Almost able to come up with the steal. Instead, he goes out of bounds. Will remain Davis possession. And substitutions for the Darts as well. Sydney Plummer checking back into the game, as well as Etsuati. There's Plummer. Ball poked away again by Nordstrom. Goes out of bounds and out. Davis possession as Missouri Nordstrom will head to the bench here for a breather. Falau checking in. Ball comes down to Chloe Peary. Zwanitzer gets it to Peary. Now it's Wati. Wati puts it up and gets it to go. Took a couple of bounces off the rim, but is able to get it to drop. 32-23. Lone Peak leads it. Charlie Warner on the other end. And that one goes out of bounds. Warner tried to bring that ball in. And it's a turnover for the Knights. Ball going back to the Davis Starts with 5:12 left to go here in the second quarter of the 6A semifinal girl basketball. Richards to Plummer. On the wing. Underneath to Peary. Ball put up and gets it to go. Timeout taken by the Lone Peak Knights. We'll take it as well. 4:51 left to go, 32-25 when we come back here on the Rewind Sports Network. Timeout taken, 4:51, 32-25. Lone Peak leads it. Trying to make it 4 in a row this season. The number 7 in the RPI. Falau underneath to Woolston. Woolston puts it up and in. 34-25. Kennedy Woolston with 3 points on the night. Ball comes down, back with the Lone Peak Knights. Ball put up and in as Holdcraft gets her first points. Just Peary. Peary trying to get the ball back to Peary, loses possession. Lone Peak wins it back. Charlie Warner quickly pushing it up for Lone Peak, crosses the timeline. Warner. Harness. As Lone Peak here resetting. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Leaves it for Warner. Falau. Now Woolston. Lobs it back underneath. Ball put up and can't get it to go. Holdcraft underneath. And now the whistle. And a foul called. Holdcraft called for the foul, her third. Second team here for Lone Peak of this second quarter. Ball going back with the Davis Starts. And they need to bucket in a big way here, down 36-25, 3:49 left to go. Peary will bring it up for Davis. Gets it to Willard. Tuati. Double teamed in the corner. He's able to get it to Willard. Willard spins, kicks it out. Plummer brings it in. Back now to Willard. Cross-court pass, can't get it to Plummer. Woolston steals it away. Lone Peak down on the other end. Woolston gets it to Pope. Pope puts it up, can't get it to drop, and now Peary with the rebound. Peary going the other way for the Davis Starts. Will slow it down, gets it to Etuati, who crosses the timeline. 3:08 left to go. Etuati near the top of the key, guarded by Harness. Now on the wing, we'll leave it to Peary. And the whistle, and a foul called.
Foul on number 10.
Tatiana Harness, her second.
Second team foul in for Lone Peak, number 3.
Substitutions here for the Lone Peak Knights. Finsand into the game.
Davis calls timeout.
Prior to, Davis takes the timeout, and with 2:53 left to go, they trail 36-35. We'll take it as well here on the Rewind Sports Network.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Your team in a moment. Thank you to Chick-fil-A for your support of the UHSAA.
I want to welcome you back into the Huntsman Center here on the Rewind Sports Network. Alex Napolis with you, bringing you 6A girls basketball semifinal action. Lone Peak leading it 36-25. Etuati for Davis, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Woolston with the rebound, and now quickly going down the other way is the Lone Peak Knights with Kennedy Woolston, who lobs it across to Finsan. Finsan gets it back to Woolston. Woolston will now play to Warner. Defended by Nichols. Here's Woolston on the other side. Gets it to Nordstrom. Nice passing here for Lone Peak. Finsan almost lost the handles, able to recover possession and steps out of bounds. Ball did go out of bounds here for Lone Peak. It's an empty possession for the Knights. And a turnover going back to the Davis Darts. 2:15 left to go in the second as Davis here with possession. Etuati for the Darts. On the wing. Guarded by Finsan. Now Willard. Back to Kate Willard. Drives, kicks it out. Plummer. Willard driving up the baseline to the basket, puts it up and in. Kate Willard with 6. 36-27. A 3 from Nordstrom, no good. Hits the iron. Rebound brought in by Plummer. Now Etuati gets it to Willard. Now Plummer on the wing. Nichols, who pulls up for a 3. No good. Brought in by Warner, and Warner quickly going down the other way for the Lone Peak Knights. Warner coast to coast, ball put up, can't get it to drop. And Woolston ends up with possession, is able to get it to Pope. Pope drives, puts it up, and it's good. 38-27 with 1 minute left to go here in the first half. Lone Peak with the lead. Etuati kicks it out to Plummer. Lobs it underneath to Nichols. Nichols trying to put it back up. Goes out of bounds off of Nordstrom. It'll remain Davis possession here prior to mass substitutions for both sides. On the baseline here to inbound is Tarbett. Lydia Tarbett gets it in underneath. Willard puts it up and in, and the foul. 38 seconds left here in the second quarter. Kate Willard will head to the line with the and one opportunity. Chance at a 3-point play. Willard now with 8. Fourth team foul for Lone Peak of the second quarter. Ball put up and in. And it's 38-30. Davis cutting the lead down to 8. Warner underneath. Woolston all by herself, puts it up and extends the lead back up to 10, 40-30 with 27 seconds left. Etuati on the other end for the Davis Darts. Played out to Tarbett. Gets it to Willard. Back to Etuati. Lobs it underneath. Willard brings it down, and the whistle and a foul called. That'll be the 5th foul here for the Lone Peak Knights. Zuri Nordstrom called for another foul, her 3rd. Zuri Nordstrom, 13 points, 3 fouls on the night. Ball put up and in by Kate Willard. Substitution for Lone Peak. Nordstrom heading to the bench for a breather here in the final 8 seconds of the second quarter. In is Pope. Free throw is up. Free throw no good. Spins in and out. Goes out of bounds. And it'll remain Davis possession here, and with 7 seconds left, a chance to cut into this Lone Peak lead. They'll say it came off of Pope. Davis to inbound with Tarbett. Tarbit underneath. Willard puts it up and gets it to go. 4 seconds left. Pope crosses the timeline. Can't get the shot off prior to the buzzer. And that's the story here of the first half. Zuri Nordstrom with 13 leading all scorers. Etuati and Willard both combining for 12 for Davis as the Lone Peak Knights lead it 40-33 as we head to the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. Second half action here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSL Sports when we return. I want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Alex Napoles here with you. We bring you 6A semifinal action between the Lone Peak Knights and the Davis Darts. 40-33 the score as we get ready to start the second half here at the Huntsman Center. It is Lone Peak who leads it. Missouri Nordstrom with 13 leading all scorers for Lone Peak. And then Etuati and Willard combining both for 12. And that is the story of the first half. It is the Lone Peak Knights in the black. They'll be going to the left of your screen here in the second half. And it is the Davis Darts in the white going to the right. As we are getting ready and set to start second half action, and we're underway. Davis here will try to cut into this lead. Let's see if Lone Peak is able to hold on. Peary. Cross-court pass brought in by Simmons. Now here's Willard. Willard kicks it out to Plummer. Plummer back to Simmons. Simmons drives. Peary. Back out to Willard. Now Willard drives. Ball stolen away by Lone Peak. It's Holdcraft who brings it in, gets it to Woolston. Woolston plays it across to Harness. Harness now in the corner for Holdcraft. Holdcraft drives, puts it up, can't get it to go. But the whistle. And a foul called. Nice look there from Holdcraft driving to the lane. Trying to put it up. Said Holdcraft will go to the line here for free throws, looking for the first points of this second half. Holdcraft, ball put up, and it's good. Second free throw coming up for the junior. As Holdcraft, ball is up. Ball is good. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line, and the first two of the second half go to Lone Peak, 42-33 as they extend their lead. 7:09 left to go. Etuati kicks it out. This is Plummer. Plummer gets it to Peary. And ball almost stolen away there by Holdcraft. Etuati comes back up with possession for Davis. Spins into the paint. Ball put up. And no good. Holdcraft with the rebound. Gets it to Harness. Harness cross-court pass to Woolston. Woolston to Pope. Pope across to Harness. Directing traffic. Zuri Nordstrom. Pope. Woolston in the corner. 14 on the shot clock. Now Pope drives. Puts it up and gets it to go. Matty Pope, the freshman, gets two and extends this lead 44-33. 6:10 left to go. Davis on the other end. This is Peary. Lobs it, trying to find Plummer. Plummer keeps it in, but stolen away by Lone Peak. Lobbed up to Pope. Pope all by herself, puts it up and extends the Lone Peak lead. 46-33. A timeout taken by the Davis Darts. 5:47. What a steal. As Plummer, give her credit, doing her best to keep that one in. Woolston with a nice heads-up play, just lobs it up to Pope. All by herself, puts it up and puts it in. 5:47. We'll take the timeout here on the Rewind Sports Network. After the timeout taken by the Davis Darts, there's 5:47 left to go here in this second half. Third quarter action. Lone Peak leading at 46-33. Lone Peak trying to find their way back to the 6A state championship game. Davis trying to cut into this lead. Quickly stolen away by Nordstrom, who lobs it up, finds Harness. Harness brings it in, gets it to Woolston. Woolston spins, now into the paint, kicks it out. Holdcraft drives, puts it up, can't get it to drop. And now ball coming out with Willard. Poked away by Woolston. It goes out of bounds and out. Davis here will retain possession. Substitution coming up for both sides. As Nichols checking in. Warner for Lone Peak in. Simmons heading to the bench for a breather for the Davis Starts. Pope out for Lone Peak. Ball back in play with the Davis Starts as Plummer gets it to Etsuati. Now underneath to Willard. Willard, ball put up. Can't get it to drop. And it's rebounded by Holdcraft. Lone Peak in possession. Gets it to Harness. Now underneath to Nordstrom. Nordstrom puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Ball comes back out to Nordstrom. Second chance opportunity here for Lone Peak as Woolston drives up the baseline. Can't get it to drop, but the whistle and a foul called. Kennedy Woolston here will head to the line for free throws to try to extend this Lone Peak lead as Simmons called for the foul. Woolston, free throw is up, free throw is good. 47-33, Lone Peak lead. Second free throw coming up, ball put up, and it's good. Woolston goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. And Lone Peak up 48-33 with 4:40 left to go. Lobbed up to Nichols, brings it down in the paint, loses the handle, comes off of Nichols, and an empty possession for the Davis Starts as it goes out of bounds and out. Lone Peak get the ball back. Woolston to trigger the inbound. Falau bringing it up for Lone Peak. Back to Woolston. Woolston gets it to Harness. Guarded by Peary. Now Falau. Woolston near the top of the key. Gets it to Holdcraft. Holdcraft drives. Gets it to Falau. Warner for 3. Off the rim, no good. Underneath, Falau puts it up and in. 50-33, Falau extends the Lone Peak lead. And now Etsuati and Davis on the other end trying to respond. Nichols underneath, Holdcraft trying to defend Nichols there. Instead called for the foul. As Holdcraft called for her 4th. First team foul for Lone Peak here of this third quarter. 50-33, a chance here for Nichols at the line to cut into this Lone Peak lead. First free throw's up, first free throw is good. Substitutions coming up for both sides. Zuri Nordstrom back into the game, as well as Lydia Tarbett for the Davis Starts. Nichols' second free throw coming up. Ball put up and in. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. It's 50-35. Lone Peak leading it with 3:47 left to go. Falau gets it to Warner. Now Harness on the wing. Drives to Nordstrom. Gets it out to Woolston. Woolston directing traffic. 14 on the shot clock. To Falau. Lone Peak here happy to take away some of that clock as they lead it. Falau now drives, puts it up, and gets it to go. 52-35, Falau now with 4 here in this one. Double team as Etsuati is able to escape, gets it out to Tarbett. Tarbett lobbed underneath to Zawinser, and Zawinser gets it down for 2. Here's Woolston for Lone Peak on the other end. Warner gets it to Falau. Now Harness. Harness will drive, ball put up. No good, but the whistle and a foul called as Davis
Number 23, Emmy Richards, her first.
and Emmy Richards called for the foul, her first.
At the line, number 10, Tatiana Hernandez.
Harness at the line here to extend this Lone Peak lead. First free throw's up, first free throw is good. I want to take this chance to remind you that this game is brought to you by Tap Bank, home of the Tap Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and a 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal, member FDIC. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line for Tatiana Harness, extending this Lone Peak lead. 2:41 left to go in the third. Richards gets it to Nichols. Nichols trying to keep that one in bounds, comes off of Warner, and Davis will retain possession. 25 left on the shot clock, and Etuati heading to the baseline to trigger the inbound. Etuati scanning, looking, lobs it in, and stolen away. Here comes Falau. Tries to put it up, instead will settle it for Warner, but the whistle and a foul called. Or excuse me, a travel called. Ball back now with the Davis dart. As Etuati crosses the timeline. Back to Etuati. Now gets it here on the near side for Richards. Richards into Zawincer. Now back to Etuati, who drives. Nicely defended there by Falau. And stolen away momentarily. Ball on the court. And a jump ball called. Lone Peak will retain possession as Pope on the baseline to trigger the inbound. And then Falau will bring it up for Lone Peak. Gets it to Harness. Harness to Pope. Pope on the wing, gets it back to Warner. Warner drives to the lane, ball put up and gets it to go. Charlie Warner, the freshman, 9 points here in the 6A semifinal. Number 7 Lone Peak leading it 56-37 with 1:37 left to go. Ball lobbed underneath to Zawincer. Gets it out to Etuati, puts it up, can't get it to drop. And Zawincer with the second chance opportunity, but the whistle and a foul called. Falau called for the foul. That's the second team foul for Lone Peak. Free throw is up. Free throw is good with 1:27 left to go. Second free throw coming up for Zwanitzer. Free throw is up. Free throw is good and goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Falau brings up possession for Lone Peak into the corner for Harness. Harness underneath to Woolston. Woolston puts it up and can't get it to drop. Ball comes back out to the Lone Peak Knights. It's Warner. Loses the handle, somehow ends up at Pope. Pope to Falau. Falau now underneath. Gets it out to Harness. Harness drives to the basket, puts it up, and gets it to go. And the foul. For a moment there, it looked like Falau was going to lose possession. Instead, is able to get it out in the corner to Harness, who just drives, puts it up, and has a chance here at the line at a three-point play. 1:04 left to go. Lone Peak trying to extend this lead. Free throws up. Free throw is no good. 1:03 left to go. Lone Peak keep possession as Woolston tries to sneak it underneath. Goes all the way out to Pope. Pope plays it to Warner. Warner taking it to the corner. Now Falau gets it to Woolston. Woolston back out to Warner. Warner drives, puts it up, no good as the ball comes back out to Lone Peak. Falau into the paint, goes all the way across to Woolston. Woolston now to Harness. Harness resetting here for Lone Peak. Pope. Now Warner drives. And ball stolen away by Davis. Nicely done there by Richard. Quickly one back. Falau puts it up and gets it to go. Huge heads-up play there by Falau. Adds another 2 for Lone Peak. 60-39. 2 seconds left. Needs to get the shot off. Does, but can't get it to go. And that'll do it here for the end of the first. Lone Peak comes out blazing in the third quarter, and they extend the lead 60-39 as we head to the break. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter action here on the Rewind Sports Network when we return. I want to welcome you back into the Huntsman Center for fourth quarter action of the 6A girls basketball semifinals. It's the Lone Peak Knights up 60-39 as we start the fourth. Lone Peak looking to book their ticket to the state championship game. Davis trying to find ways to cut into this lead here in the fourth. Ball underneath as it comes out to Etsuati. Davis in possession there in the white. And Lone Peak in their black. Peary. Or excuse me, that's Willard who gets it out to Peary. Now a three. No good. And the shot clock violation as it did not get there on time. Lydia Tarbett tried the three. Instead, it's a turnover for Davis. And the ball going back with Lone Peak. Zuri Nordstrom, 13 points. Tatiana Harness with 12. 2 leading scorers for Lone Peak. Both Etuati and Willard combining for 12 for Davis. As Tatiana Harness here for Lone Peak with 7:09 left to go. Woolston drives up the baseline, kicks it out. Pope for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound brought in by Willard. Willard will lob it to Peary, who brings it in and down. And the whistle and a foul called. Holdcraft called for foul number 5. And Holdcraft will have to head out here for the remainder of this 6A semifinal. Foul number 5 as Holdcraft ends with 4 points. Substitution is Nordstrom checking back in. Plummer for Davis. In possession, gets it to Etuati. Now drives. Kicks it out to Willard. It's Peary. Across, ball put up. Etuati in the corner, can't get it to go. Rebound brought in by Woolston. Woolston quickly going down the other way for the Lone Peak Knights. Gets it to Pope in the corner for 3. 63-39, Lone Peak extending this lead. 6:17 left to go here in the fourth. Etuati trying to respond on the other end. Jumper, no good. And Etuati gets her own rebound. Underneath to Nichols, kicks it out to Peary. 4-3, no good. Rebound again by Nichols, who puts it up and in. It's 8 points for Mari Nichols as Davis cut into this lead, 63-41. Pope to Nordstrom. And Tatiana Harness to Pope, underneath to Woolston. Woolston, reverse layup, and it's good. 65-41, Kennedy Woolston, 9 points here in the 6A semifinal. Number 7, Lone Peak, 65-41. They lead it. Ball underneath to Nichols. Up and in for Mari Nichols. Back-to-back buckets here for Nichols. 10 points on the night. Or on the morning for Nichols. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll take it as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. Back in the Huntsman Center with 5:18 left to go here in the fourth. Game number 1 of the 6A semifinals. I want to take this time to remind you to stick around because following the conclusion of this one, it's the number 1 Copper Hills going up against the number 5 Bingham for the other spot in the 6A state championship game. 4:58 left here to decide who moves on from this one as Lone Peak leads it 65-43. Charlie Warner gets it out to Falau, who plays it to Harness. Harness across to Woolston. Woolston on the wing. Drives, kicks it out. Harness, 4-3, off the iron, no good. Woolston brings it in. Falau. Warner kicks it out to Pope. Now Harness. Falau to Warner. Nice passing here for Lone Peak. Just happy to see that clock tick, tick, tick away as Kennedy Woolston fouled underneath. And Woolston will head to the line here for Lone Peak to try to extend this lead. 4:13 left to go in the fourth. First team foul here for the Davis Starts of this fourth quarter. Woolston puts it up and in.
Kennedy Wilson shooting one more free throw.
And Woolston
Davis 22, Harris
now with 10. Woolston's second free throw is no good. Woolston, who has been averaging 14 points per game for the Lone Peak Knights. Gets it to Peary here. Davis on the other end. Stolen away by Lone Peak. Ball lobbed up to Woolston, who spins. Reverse layup, no good. And rebound brought in by Etuati. Quickly going down the other way as the Davis Starts. Etuati in the corner. Guarded by Pope. Gets it to Peary. Peary across to Plummer, who was able to keep that one in bounds. Plummer. Back out to Peary. Peary across to Etuati. Now a three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound brought in by Charlie Warner. Ball goes to Falau. Whistle and a timeout taken by the Lone Peak Knights. 3:14 left to go here in the fourth. 66-43. Lone Peak leads it. We'll take a step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
I want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network. This game brought to you by Tap Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Tangled up for the ball as a jump ball is called. That was Porsche for the Lone Peak. Ball will remain with the Knights. Ball comes into Pope. 3 minutes left to go here in the semifinal. 6-8 basketball, a three, no good. Ball comes out to Plummer. Plummer for Davis. Quickly going down the other way. Etuati loses the handle. It's poked away by Falau. It goes out of bounds, and Davis here will retain possession. With 29 on the shot clock, 2:50 left to go in the fourth. Etuati in the corner. Trying to tip a three. Nicely defended by Lone Peaks. Simmons gets it to Plummer. Plummer underneath to West. Ball won back by Lone Peak. Falau gets it to Warner. A foul called here against Falau. Her second. As Davis will get the ball back. 2:28 left to go. 66-43. Lone Peak leading it. Simmons crosses the timeline for the darts. Gets it to Plummer. Plummer now plays it to Etuati. On the wing, drives, spins. Lobbed across to Simmons. Plummer for three, gets it to go. Sydney Plummer hitting the three-point shot. 5 on the morning for Plummer. Charlie Warner on the other end for Lone Peak. Playing it to King. Now Falau gets it to Finsan. Back to King. King underneath. Burgess spins, puts it up, can't get it to drop. It goes out of bounds and out off of Lone Peak. A turnover here. Davis will get the ball back. 1:44 left to go in the fourth. 66-46, Lone Peak so close to going back to that state championship game. A three from Plummer, no good. King, or excuse me, that's Finsand. A whistle and a timeout taken by the Lone Peak Knights with 1:33 left to go. Don't go anywhere. The conclusion of this one here on the Rewind Sports Network when we return. 1:31 left to go. As Lone Peak inching closer and closer to heading back to a state championship game. They lead it 66-46. Lone Peak losing out possession. Davis wins it back. Plummer gets it to Simmons. Simmons to the basket, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebound brought in by Finsan. Finsan will play it up to King. King. Finsan underneath to Burgess. And that ball goes at a whistle and a foul called. It'll remain Lone Peak ball with 56 seconds left. Ball underneath. Nicely defended there by Davis. Ball goes out to Finsan for three. Can't get it to drop. Comes out to King. King loses the handle. One back by Etuati, who takes it up and puts it in. Etuati now with 14. 66-48. 34 seconds left. 26 on the shot clock. As Burgess plays it out. And now here's King, who leaves it for Falau. Drives, Falau, swatted away by West. It goes out of bounds and out. 10 seconds left on the clock. And Davis here will get the ball back. Five seconds left, and we'll just see the clock wind down here with one, and that'll do it. Lone Peak has become synonymous with the 6A state championship game. They're heading back there, trying to make it 4 in a row. Not only are they back-to-back, not only are they three-peat, but the number 7 in the RPI, Lone Peak, is heading and trying to find number 4 in a row in the 6A state championship game. Number 7 takes down number 6. The final score, 66 to 30. Apologies, they took the scoreboard away. And it is 48, the final score. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. The second game of the 6A semifinals, Copper Hills and Bingham, coming up next here on KSL Sports.